Hello, guys. Welcome back to our channel.
Hello.
All right, you're on Let's Talk with
Sheila
and Jordan J. I'm just here to support today, actually, while we talk about Cameisha's interview.
So earlier today, I'm sure everybody knows, everybody's been watching, but Cameisha interviewed Eric from readytolove Eric. And what was so great about this interview is this is his first interview. So Eric self-eliminated, and he eliminated over a scandal with Dakia and himself, and he self-eliminated. And so with that being said, we haven't seen Eric or heard from Eric in weeks. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. And that's kind of unusual. Only
cast.
Yes, it's a little bit unusual because when someone leaves the show, normally they will automatically have interviews.
Yeah.
They set up interviews. So for some reason, we didn't see anything, hear anything about Eric.
Ghost. Yeah, he really went ghost.
He really did went ghost, literally. And so now, with that being said, Cameisha Reviews has been able to secure the first interview with Eric to get Eric's story behind why did he self-eliminate, what happened with he and Dakia,
more information
and what was really going on in Eric's mind.
Yeah, no, what happened? Like, we just heard from Dakia really kind of briefly discuss, the whole incident, but we didn't get to hear Eric's side. And then we saw all the messages kind of being leaked out in the media, and that even made it more confusing. So it was just like, we need to hear at least the other side, so maybe we can try to piece some truth together.
Exactly.
It's never going to be the truth. We're never going to know exactly what happened because we were not there.
Yeah. And Cameisha Reviews, she leaked also the text messages. So somebody leaked the text messages, and so so the group chats. So Cameisha Review was the first one to actually break the text messages that were going back and forth with Eric. So Eric decided that he needs to get off his chest.
Yeah, and he did mention in the interview that previously it wasn't really affecting his business until an episode aired, and obviously that was the episode where Dakia was kind of explaining, he was being aggressive on me, physically inappropriate. And that messed up his money. So obviously he wanted to kind of get out there and get his side of the story out.
But let Eric tell it. It didn't mess up his money because he is dope. You know what I'm saying? Food. You know what I'm saying? His food is dope. You know what I'm saying? This really, that's what he tried to allude to. So with Eric, Eric was kind of going a little bit back and forth, and I was going, okay, Eric. But anyway, so he did kind of allude to it. As far as it could have potentially hurt him, but then again, he was saying
his food, it's good, but people know him. Yeah, it could be very damaging for that to be out there on him, and he hasn't even spoken, so he kind of just letting it be, letting the speculations go wild.
Well, he had been and so now all of a sudden he wants to break the ice and he wants to tell everybody and share his story. And I'm glad he went with Cameisha, because one thing about Cameisha, she seems to be a very fair interviewer. She was allowing Eric, she was listening. She allowed Eric to have the flow. She wasn't trying to lead him. She wasn't trying to ask questions that would direct him into one direction or another. She just allowed Eric to present and to speak for himself. And Eric definitely did that. So I really enjoyed the way Cameisha interviewed him. And then the questions that she would ask were just pretty much based on whatever he was saying. Hey, Confessions, how you doing? So I thought Cameisha, to be very honest, I think Cameisha right now is probably the only person that I could see that could have had this interview with Eric.
Right, because he felt comfortable
he felt very comfortable, because anybody else would have had a whole list of questions and they would have wanted to kind of answer the question, but sometimes these questions are kind of leading in a direction that you want. So anyway, so I thought Cameisha Reviews did a awesome She did an awesome interview. So what we're going to do is, obviously, we cannot show you the interview. And hopefully I'm going to have some ladies come up, in a little bit to be on the panel so we can kind of discuss it. Because what we really want to know is, what's your opinion? How do you actually feel? I mean, because again, this is a heavy situation. Definitely. It has been, something that, you can see it definitely from different sides as we have seen it. We've seen it from Dakia's side as well as we've seen it from Eric's side. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit of the interview where Cameisha actually gets into the question.
Wait. Me and Dakia park next to each other.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I kind of started a little sooner. So what you're going to hear is Eric explaining that day and what happened. And he's starting with him and Dakia actually side by side in the car in the parking lot. So this is Eric talking about the day.
So she comes and gets into my car. We're in there chatting, and me being transparent because I wanted to, let her know everything that's happening. So she'll get blindsided with anything. I let her know. I was like, hey, in the men's lounge, so I'll let you know that I made Carmen my number one, and you're my number two now. Mm-hmm. And she was like, okay, yes, it's part of the process. So I felt like she understood everything, and we chatted. And then when the production people came, they was like, hey, you guys can't be sitting in the same car together. And then she got out and got in her car. Moving forward, we did all the pictures and the video, all that stuff they were supposed to do. And everyone's chatting. Me and her, we take time to talk to each other. Like that morning, we were texting each other, and she was like, I can't wait to spend some time with you, some E&D time and all this. Because, we was on a great situation. It was almost like we're almost a couple. That's what I felt. Because
okay, so I want to stop that right now. And so to kind of go back to Eric is completely seemed like he didn't know what was going on. That day they had a good date. The chemistry seemed to be on. They actually text, right? Mm-hmm. They went back and forth in text messages. So he's kind of, right now he's starting to, okay, he's continuing. Let's continue and listen to Eric's story.
Given to me in our conversations and flirting back and forth, and even leading up to this, me and her kissed off the camera and all that stuff. So I'm feeling like, she's the one. Although I did make Carmen my number one, because I still had to keep my options open. But, I feel like me being transparent with Dakia, so it's like you're not blindsided by any of the situation. So a little bit later, well, it's a long day. We've been drinking, and there might have been a little recreational stuff involved. But we decided to take a picture together. So I did ask her, I was like, hey, you want to take a picture? She was like, yeah. And I gave my phone to one of the other cast members. And we start posing for the picture. So we posed for the picture. It was more like a prom type picture. My hand was like around her waist, playing it safe and all that stuff. And we're joking and laughing and stuff. And then I do the prom like picture, and she says, she jokingly says, "Oh, this is too promish, whatever." And we wanted to spice it up a little bit. I did move my hands up, and it was confirmed because I talked to another one of the castmates, because I didn't really think it touched her like that. But I had to get confirmation, and it was a trusted source. So I did touch her breast, but it wasn't like a groping type, but I did touch her breast, and I own up to it because it's what happened. I want to keep the truth out there. So me touching her breast, she does turn around and like, oh, don't do that. And I'm like, okay, my bad. Sorry about that. And then we continue to take pictures. So in my mind, I felt like it was over and that was it. But, because there was still some more shooting to do. There was like another boat scene. So me and her still held hands. Like even on the boat, we're dancing together. So I'm not I'm not seeing where she.
Okay.
Go ahead. That was a lot.
Yeah. So he didn't realize he was touching her breast until she turned around.
Okay.
Or until someone told him that he was.
Yeah, he had to ask. He I guess he thought he felt, he bumped up. Yo, this is, come on, Eric. Because I mean,
and I like Eric, I do, and I do think Eric. This is just an unfortunate situation that all of this is going.
I do, but I'm kind of not feeling this accountability. I'm kind of missing a little bit. Like, did you touch her? Did you not touch her? Did you realize you touched her? Did you have to ask somebody? Clearly, he had to ask somebody, right?
Yeah,
did he really touch her? But come on, and he will say that she told him, "Whoa." Right?
Yeah, she turned around. She told him, "Don't do
that." So then, at that point, she acknowledged that he had touched her. So I'm missing where Eric is going with this.
Right? I didn't understand that. Where someone had to tell him, a trusted source. Like,
Eric, where you going with this interview? Right? She told you, and then you go on. Oh well, I thought we continue with the pictures. Okay. Clearly,
yeah, she was not as uncomfortable to stop.
Right.
So
she had her Chris Rock moment where she continued the Oscar award and kept it professional. Right. You understand? So yeah, Dakia did that. She had her moment, but she kept it professional. I do understand her keeping it professional, because really what she should have done to you and is slap you. But then wait, does he say the point about he said he apologized? Has he got to that point?
No.
Yeah, okay. No. So are we gonna keep it? Okay. So anyway,
what was that?
So this was him talking about what happened. So as we move, we're gonna move a little bit further on. Let's see, because he talks about, I don't know if you all want to hear this, so we'll go here.
Just for a little apology, then we just kept it moving. Okay. So we do this whole boat scene, everybody's having fun, shit like that. And then it was time to go. I get in my car, get ready to go. She texts me, said, "Hey, are you coming to the pier?" Because everyone else is going to the pier. I was like, well, I'm already out already.
We had those text messages. We revealed those. Cameisha revealed. Let's talk with Sheila.
I go home.
Enjoy.
I do some work, and then I get a text from her saying that, "Hey, I think we need to talk."
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then almost immediately after, I get a call from another cast member. Okay. And the cast member tells me, it's like, "Hey, Dakia is telling everybody that you touched her inappropriately."
Yeah. Hey. What's up, Goody? Wait, Goody. Let me. Hey, Goody. What's going on?
I'm here seeing what I just finished. I didn't even finish. It started to tank.
But did you see enough of it to see him kind of going, like he was back and forth, like he wasn't really sure what side he wanted to be on?
It started to tank for him. It started.
It did.
It has. There's that. As you're dating, how old are you, Jordan?
I am 27.
Okay, so as you're dating, you meet people and you're interested in the people you meet, and sometimes they say, "Oh, intro discussion is good," and then they keep talking and they talk themselves right out of the opportunity.
Yes.
That's what happens to Eric.
Yes, exactly.
Out of grace and favor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He gets to the point where he started to defend himself. I mean, where I thought I touched it, but I wasn't sure. I'm like, Eric.
And I understand it.
You say you do?
I understand his position. You're in this position. He's a chef. Men who can cook. He's a chef in DC. Men who can cook. And he even said it in the interview.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
When Carmen used to see him, she thought he was a player, and he was a player. So men who can cook and who are in DC, where it's Chocolate City, and
where it's happening,
it favors men. Right. So now you're in this position, so by and large, you're exalted most places you go. And then there's this position and this space where this thing happens, and now you are not getting favored in the situation. It's hard to understand it. It's hard to process it.
Gotcha.
And it's hard to hold yourself accountable in a way that matters. If they stopped the interview 25 minutes in,
yeah, it would have been good.
Right. You know, if the interview had been, you know, I did mess up. However, I don't like the way production handled me.
Yeah,
right.
Because they didn't give me a, you know, at first I thought there was going to be nothing said about it. And I think he's too stuck on what was said. She didn't say, he beat her.
Right.
She didn't say he groped her. She said the words very physical seem to be too much of a sticking point. They were very ambiguous.
Right. Oh, yeah. They were.
Like too much of a sticking point for him.
Exactly.
It was too much of a sticking point. She said what she said. You said what you said. Right. Probably. I'm side-eyeing Ready to Love production.
This season for sure.
Not just this season, the last season too. From my understanding, the first 2 seasons were the best season. I didn't see those 2 seasons.
I didn't see those either. I checked in on Simone's season.
Right. But these last 2 seasons, they need a new production team. I mean, because again, this is not mathing. This is just not. This is not good. This is the second.
Recall, and in the last episode, they showed they cut to a scene where Carmen was wearing this black dress, but they cut to it prematurely. Did y'all see that? Like the scene is going on. You know, they get to the house. They're hanging at the house. Then they cut to the scene with Carmen wearing this black dress. The black dress is something she wore later on, or either with a black dress or a black peplum top.
Okay, that's a good catch.
Wow. No, I didn't catch that either, but I'm definitely going to watch that. Because one of the things he did say, though, the way the editing, if you would check the editing, you can see where it's food on the table, food not on it. You know, you can just kind of see the way that they've cut it up.
Cool. My thing is, I don't know that he came with a game plan outside of telling his story. And I think his game plan should have been bigger than just telling his story. His game plan should have been, I messed up.
Right. Full accountability.
Right.
I thought she and I were in a different place. Because I don't even believe that he thought Carmen was really interested in him.
He couldn't have.
I don't think so. I think he literally liked Dakia. I think they were, if they could have maintained their momentum, even after the touch, if they could have maintained their momentum.
Right. I agree 100%.
They would have left together. However, there is this point where it's probably his response to when she said, don't do that. Like he went from prom to frat boy. He went from prom, high school to college.
Yeah. But Goody, did you hear when he said, I told her my bad? I was like, my bad.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, was that the excuse, my bad? And then she was like, their apology. And she was like, fine.
He said my bad, but I think what's going on is there's a disconnect.
Oh God.
There's this disconnect, and it's global. Men are having to learn.
There you go.
What is okay and what is not okay.
Yes.
Because thinking that because someone else touched her in a way she allowed, you know, are you touching her to test to see if she'll allow you to touch her as well? Is that you trying to pee on the hydrant, so to speak? That's one. So thinking that that's okay, that's wrong. You gotta switch that up.
Yeah. I agree.
Thinking that just because y'all were in a good place and talking that she would want to do that in public. You could be my husband. I don't want you to see my boobs in public.
No.
Right. That's why I don't understand.
I don't even want you pretending to do it.
No.
That was okay.
Like even if you almost touch him or put your hand, let's not do that.
Yeah, exactly. Why were you doing that anyway?
In the first place,
but he thought it was cute. No, I mean, like you said, like he's used to having his way. Okay, he's used to the women, like, you know, falling to Chef Eric. I'm just saying, and he just got, you know, a little drinks in his system, and he just kind of got above it. You know, he just got too much for himself.
And I think that, he's talking about the fact
That's
that
what I think.
She might have been being spiteful because she was number 2. I don't think it was spiteful because she was number 2.
No.
The way she's edited, Carmen is not a favorite of mine. I don't like the edits, although there are parts of Carmen that I relate to. I don't like the edits.
That's true. She do have a bad edit. She definitely got a bad edit.
I believe that there's a component of her disposition that would definitely tell Dakia what he said. Oh, I heard you was pushing in for a kiss and da 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 da. Like, if throughout the day or throughout a couple of days I'm hearing this and I'm trying to keep it cool because I understand we're in a process, and then I also hear you chose her for second. Why are you grabbing my boobs? Why are you pretending that I'm still your number 1? As Maud said, that's an energy you give to the person you want to be number 1. You don't give me that energy.
That's true. That is so true. And Maud, where is old Maud at? I'm looking for Maud, but you are so true. What you say, Goody?
She come.
No, but you are right. Why would he be giving that energy?
Why are you giving me that energy? I don't want it.
True.
Give that to your number 1. And how would your number 1 feel to know that you were here grabbing my boobs? Like, how would your number 1 feel?
No, that is so true. And then he kept saying, "Oh, well, if I was physical with her, the guys were right there. The guys would have stopped me." And I was
misunderstanding what physical. He's putting 10. Yeah. He's putting 10 on physical.
Exactly. He sure is with 10 on. I was like, wait, did the kid didn't say all that?
And I think, so production said that she wasn't going to say anything.
Right.
He's not listening. She wasn't saying anything, but the same way production came to him and told him, "Oh, you got to say something. We need this storyline." I'm sure they went to her and said, "You have to say something."
Yeah.
I think she thought saying very physical was safer than what she really wanted to say. I don't think she was trying to put him in danger.
No, I don't think so.
Prompted to say something, and she said something that she thought would be less.
Exactly. It would be damaging, less damaging. Right.
Exactly. He grabbed on me, or he groped me, or he touched me inappropriately. He would have had he wouldn't have liked anything she had to say.
True that. Yeah, that's true.
It seems also, this is where it gets creepy. He seemed to not want her to have said anything.
Yeah, and especially she definitely had to come to him. What? He wanted him. You don't. What? You don't think
he didn't want her to say anything?
He wanted her to say something.
He wanted her to keep it between them.
Yeah, he wanted it.
I don't think it was her that originally brought it up, though. It was another cast member.
Okay, but he's saying that she went and spoke to other cast members about
the situation.
It was
probably brought up.
She said nothing about it.
Right.
And then to think that, a lot of times women, period, powerful women specifically, don't like to admit that they were in a situation where they lost control.
Exactly. That's true. And that's probably what has happened to Dakia. She's been processing it.
What happens is it's like, how'd we get this romantic thing to this creepy situation, this fire hydrant urination? How'd we get from where we, sweet talking at night to you? And it's very possible that he was trying to show Donovan, nah, she with me.
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that alpha male kind of.
Yeah, without a doubt, because he made it clear he's an alpha male. He hiking and jumping in Arctic waters and drowning and being brought back to life. No, he didn't say all that. That was just me.
For me, if you were gonna move, if she didn't want a prom picture with your hands on her waist or her hip, and you were gonna move your hands up, why not move it up to the hug from behind? The hug, a bit, a hug.
Right.
A hug.
Like this. Yeah. on a. Yeah. I mean, I completely agree. Yeah, I completely agree. He was trying to make a point. You're right. He was just trying to make a point to Donovan.
Yeah. But regardless of what point he was trying
to make, it was.
He does this interview with Cameisha, and. Again, if we stop at 25 minutes, he's good.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
We did.
No, we did.
Another hour. We didn't. And because I can tell you right now, I got time stamps of so much that he just said so wrong. You know,
I mean, you know, back to listening to them, but like for me, I just hope he's okay because all of this, I don't think he's a bad dude.
No, oh God, no. I will be the first to say I agree. I completely agree. But this is a bad situation, though.
It's a bad situation, and if he had PR, he would have navigated it. But you know, humans don't walk around with PR, right? Right. Everyday people don't walk around with PR.
No. And it's unfortunate because he stayed away long enough without sharing his story that he could have come now and share his story, and we would have taken it in a whole different light. You know,
if stop at 25 minutes and then maybe take the rest of the rest of the time towards focusing on what production did, because in a way it could be said that production tricked him a bit to get him to say something passive.
Yeah, without a doubt, I think so. I can agree with that.
Get him to say something passive and then encourage her to say something like they told him she wasn't saying anything at all. And if she wasn't going to say anything at all, what he said would have worked. And that makes sense insofar as production and putting the story together. If he was leaving saying, I'm not ready to love. Hey, Ma.
Hey, Ma.
Leaving saying, hey, I'm not ready to love. And then she doesn't say anything at all. Then it just looks like he wasn't ready to love. Right?
Right.
But this way, the way for him to say, yeah, I'm just not ready to love, and then for her to be like very physical, it looks askew. It's still not the right story.
Right. That's true.
It's a lot missing.
It's a lot. It's a big gap in this story missing. And I'm not sure. And then also, did you feel like Carmen played a role in him the way I don't want to say perceive what happened, but the way he handled what happened? I mean, do you think?
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, she did. She's the one who told him everything that happened. Yes, she did.
So you do think she played a role in how he reacted?
I know so.
This is what I'll say. I'll say that when someone puts a battery in your back, you want to make sure that it's Duracell and not one of the 99-cent store batteries.
Hallelujah.
Because the wrong battery will have you operating at the wrong speed.
Okay.
With a delayed response and then the wrong response.
Sip it, Sheila, sip it.
So
I got it, Mom.
You know, I'm not big on bringing things back to people,
right?
Unless it's valuable, right?
Like, yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
Yes.
If I hear mess about somebody,
right?
Yes.
I'm not bringing it back unless
right.
If it's just inflammatory and somebody being bitter, you can have that be bitter. Because when you take the person who takes it back, if they don't have the right tone, they're putting the wrong battery in someone's back.
I agree.
I got you. Yeah.
And then after Carmen says, if Carmen speaks to him first before he could even speak to Dakia, everything Dakia has to say is disqualified.
Yeah.
And furthermore, even though Dakia was discussing it and he wasn't at the pier, he didn't necessarily have to be the individual who broached the topic. Someone else could have broached it like, yo, I saw this happen. You good? And then she could have said, well, no, I'm not good, but I'll talk to him. Well, what happened there? Tell the story. And someone hears the story. And now it's a game of telephone.
Right.
I think that's exactly what happened.
I think that's exactly what happened.
And by the way, you know, when I did my live, I did not have the receipts that I have now. Okay. So Eric saying that the day continued as normal is a lie. Once Dakia said, you know, once that happened, she did not have any interaction with him after that.
Oh.
She turned her back.
So they didn't go on the boat.
So there's no more pictures.
And boats.
They were on a boat. They were supposed to continue shooting.
Yeah.
She made sure that he knew, I am not going to entertain this anymore. So it's a lie that he continued and did not notice anything, and there was nothing that was going on. No, he was drunk, brother.
He was drunk on the boat.
And don't remember. He must be drunk and don't remember something.
Okay, so wait,
that's why someone had to keep confirming.
Another thing that he said that was of interest to me was he said that the cast is who be bringing the drinks onto the scene. Like,
hold on that though. Let me get my charger. Hold on that thought, because listen, I'm here for it.
Yes. All right, then I'm here for it too, Mom.
Go ahead, guys. Let me get my charger.
Okay, yeah, get your charger.
Yeah, so that's a surprise to me, because we've been giving OWN a hard time about not feeding these people and liquoring them up.
Mm-hmm.
But if they the ones bringing it to the party, yeah, you might be drunk to acting a fool.
Right. And he said they bring a lot. So he made it seem like everybody brings sandwich. Full ball. Yeah.
So I can see sprinkling in some of those grade school snacks. Like, you won't catch me out there lacking. I need my drink. My food.
Hey, I saw Paul and Laverne do a IG live, and Laverne said he brings a lot of the food himself. I said, all right, Laverne, for everybody. So now we see he just bringing food. He bringing everything for everybody, all the drinks too. Well, yeah, so that was interesting. I was thinking about Eric. I was just thinking about how
now that we mentioned it, Cameisha interviewed Tina, and you remember when she was on the friend date, and they were like, you hungry? She was like, nah, I ate already. When you be like, nah, I ate outside. You ain't gonna catch me lacking again. Right?
Don't go nowhere. No, don't go nowhere for hunger.
No, I already ate. You ain't catch me lacking. Y'all caught me 2 times already with my belly growling.
Right. No, she did.
Okay, I'm here. What do you guys say?
We was laughing because we were talking about how the cast is the one bringing all the damn libation to the party.
The drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And so they probably feeding them that Seagram's, the sponsored Seagram's.
And I also know who told production.
Who told production? Because he said he don't know if anybody told production.
I know who told production.
But he said, but these transparent people. Do we look? I wrote that down. Do y'all want to
very bitter about the people?
We know who delivers.
I
didn't say anything.
I can see that. Yeah,
I didn't say anything.
No, Now, look, wait.
Something he didn't like, because isn't that his face?
Yeah, wait a minute. Let me see what he said. It's at a point in this thing he started talking about it. The guys. I was like, wait, why is he talking about the men so hard?
You remember? Not stepping up if they
felt some type of way. Wait, we're gonna listen to it, y'all. Wait, this give me just a half a
these
second.
People don't know you,
right?
One of the things that a lot of people did not understand. Why would you tell everybody else and not hit him up? You don't say it face to face. He's gone now. You faked it for that whole picture scene, whatever it was. Then why can't you shoot out a text message and not saying, hey, babe, like, look, I need to say this. I can't be around you. I'm uncomfortable, blah, 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 whatever. Because she didn't have to say it in your face to deliver the message, especially if she felt uncomfortable around you. You know what I'm saying? And this is me speaking. It's just me speaking. Like I said, women, everybody process things differently, but at the same time, giving different signals. Anybody human, if you didn't think anything was wrong, you would perceive as normal. You wouldn't think anything was wrong. So
it wasn't normal.
No, you
exactly.
You had no idea. Now you guys kind of dragged each other a little bit. Who started the dragation? What I call it? Was it you or was it her?
What do you mean, like the dragation?
Like the stuff I posted, how y'all was going back and forth, and you said you.
Wait, I want to get to the part where you talk about the guy.
I kind of got dicey.
When you got the private chat message.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. No, I started that shit.
Okay.
I started that shit.
I initially saw that she said that I got very physical. So I was in my emotions.
Okay, so now he's trying to bring the daughter so that he can get some sympathy. Okay, go ahead, brother.
My character, who I am. So when you do that, people are going to assume like, oh, this nigga, he's like a wife beater, or he puts his hand on women, because it's very physical, and she chose those words to use, and that's the part that got me. And then she was saying, there was like, we went back and forth, even on that message. It didn't show all of it, because whoever leaked it and sneaked it and sent it to you, they didn't show everything. And I asked her, I asked her about the very physical part. She's like, well, the production made me say something. I was like, but you chose those words to use of very physical. And I was going to be cool and just let the shit slide and just wait for everything else. But when that part, that was my trigger right there, because like for me, I'm a gentleman. I open the door for women. I walk on the correct side of the road.
He's a gentleman, he says.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know. He's a gentleman. What I believe,
he's a gentleman, and I guess the kid is bashing a black man, and he's. Just...
I don't doubt that he's a gentleman. I haven't seen much from Dakia. I guess later on in the season we're gonna see some, Dakia throwing some real shade, but to date we haven't seen much about Dakia.
Exactly.
Have you been following Dakia? Is she?
And Dakia is not going to say anything about it at all. Okay.
Okay. So
she knows what her truth is. She's not here to defend anything. You did something wrong. You're trying to blame. You now trying to blame it on the person who took the picture. Okay. No, it's not the person who took the picture. No. It's the production. She's the production's favorite. Oh no. It's not the production favorite, but it's because I told her she was my number 2. Okay. So you're gonna blame everybody else, but not yourself. Not
what I'm gonna say. You know what I believe? We're in a new age where men are emotional, and I welcome that. But I want emotional intelligence, not just showing emotion. I'm going to emotional intelligence, because what has happened is he let 2 words, very physical, spin him out into a cursing her out in a text, into all of these childish responses.
Yeah, I agree.
And then he's unable to see. You are a gentleman who holds the door for women, and you are also the man who grabbed her boobs in public.
Exactly.
100%.
Make it make sense.
One doesn't negate the other. You did both.
You're right. You're the victim, and not you're the instigator, and then you're the victim. You can't be both. Okay. So Eric, I mean, we like you. Like I said again, Eric, I think you're probably a stand-up guy, but the situation right now, you can't just turn it around and make it seem like it's somebody you didn't do what you did. And somebody else.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. I was trying to say, you know what? You and I are gonna make mistakes tomorrow.
Right.
But it is, did you learn from it? Have you accepted that, yes, this is a mistake that I did, but for you to try and bring in your daughter so that you can have some sympathy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even record that.
And if people are contacting his daughter, which I don't doubt, because people get really weird, but if people are contacting his daughter, that is a no-go. This is the thing I hope for him. If he is to start, because it seems that he's now doing his own PR, I hope that he watches himself on the Cameisha interview, which on the Cameisha end, it was unbiased.
It was very unbiased.
It was let you tell your story. And that's what he got. He got his opportunity to tell his story.
It was unbiased, but it was very comfortable. You understand? It was very comfortable.
Oh yeah.
To be comfortable, a journalist can make you comfortable, right? This is the thing. I hope he watches it and he sees where his missteps were, if he is now on his own promo tour or his own clean up the chaos tour, because if not, he might start losing business.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Ladies, I'm gonna step out. I got work in the morning, but it was great seeing you all.
All right, bye.
I'm gonna step in.
So
Thank you, Joy. But
I hope that in the event that he's doing more interviews, he has taken a moment to really analyze what he did well and what he did not do so well. What did he do well in this interview? He did on numerous occasions hold himself accountable. It happened. I did it. I shouldn't have done it.
Right.
I said my bad. That's what he did well.
Right.
What he also did well was he started going down the path of holding production accountable for their fuck shit. Production is on some fuck shit in these past 2 seasons. Right? So if he held himself accountable and said at the same time, production told me this,
right,
and this is not what happened. And then it makes it look as though I truly was not ready to love. I am ready to love. I'm just ready to love and made a silly mistake.
I made a mistake. Now, do you think if he would have stayed on the show, it would at least, made it look a little better?
I think he should not have left.
Me too.
I don't think he should have left because the Kia found a way to stay. But another thing I think production tries to do, like these patterns of dysfunction that show up in every season, like they get one thing. So last time it was a woman leaving due to what she deemed to be an inappropriate touch. This time, I wonder what happens when it's a man who leaves. I think they may, even though he approached them, I think they might have nudged him towards leaving just so they could have this.
Without a doubt. Yeah, they have this storyline too. This is a pretty good storyline because I'm not trying to be funny. This season hadn't been all that. I mean,
it's been dry.
Yeah, it's been.
But
very
what he forgets is that this daughter that he's bringing, he's raising a Dakia for tomorrow. Okay?
There's that.
This is gonna be a Dakia for tomorrow. And what are you saying?
In your life, in your life, Demeter Joe said, okay, so what if she didn't have a problem with it? Would you have been comfortable with the picture of you grabbing her breasts, floating around?
Right. Well, then, but he alluded to how she was letting other people touch her. You remember? He kept alluding to that, and I was like,
that's jealousy.
And the question I have is, Dakia has her business running. Dakia doesn't. She's a boss of herself. Dakia is not like many of us who have to kiss ass, who has to go to work the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that. It doesn't matter what your boss did. You compromise. You suck it up. Yeah, because you don't lose that job that has so many benefits. Because you have children to raise, you have a mortgage, you have a car to pay, and it will take time for you to transit to any other job. You suck it up. You don't have any option that Dakia has.
He's wondering why she didn't say something immediately.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not going to be as inflammatory because I was saying to Sheila and Jordan earlier, women who are powerful do not like to lose control. And when they do lose control, it takes a moment to what just happened to me? What role did I play?
I lost my power.
You're right. It does.
What do I do next about what just happened? It's steps. It's not going to
throws us off.
The expectation is that you start acting like a cow or a damn fool and turning up and carrying on. That's when you're violated or feel violated in that manner. That's the last thing you want to bring public attention to.
Now that's true. You're right about that.
That is true.
That is so true.
And for you to start blaming other people, to start saying, "Oh, you know what? Prior to that, I had told her she's gonna be my number 2. Okay, so she's gonna be number 2, but then you're saying that you were supposed to leave the show and have a relationship with Dakia?
Yeah, and then if she's
it doesn't make sense.
It don't.
On her.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
And if she heard that she was your number 2 now, why would she be?
Why are you holding hands and doing all this
stuff like that anyway? Why was your hand anywhere up near her? None of this makes sense.
Because it is true. She could have felt a way about after having all of these discussions.
Of course.
Now, the first thing I said in the episode where he started putting full course pressure on her, to be in a relationship and telling her she was going to be his woman and things. I hate when men do that. I hate when men speed to that end. And they do it. Mod, stay married, girl, because they do it a lot right now.
They sure do. Right. They imply from the first time they see you.
Yeah, they meet a quality woman, and first thing, and then when we're together, and the hope
they will imply.
They hope that this fairy tale they're painting for you is something that will keep you off the market while they're still looking. But wait till they get a load of me. You find what I'm saying? Like,
they are.
So I immediately was uncomfortable with his desire to rush towards them being together. But imagine he's been telling you that it's you from the second he stepped on the DC Ready to Love camera.
Right. And then the moment he saw Carmen in the same breath, he started backslide from
to pussy pop,
yes,
and backpedal.
Sure
He did. But this is the thing. That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And you're giving him space. And even when you hear that Carmen's the number one, okay, you're not going to mention it because you're processing the fact that this is a process.
Right.
But in the process of processing this is a process, grab your boobs. Now
you know what I'm saying?
For a fool.
Yes.
No,
yes.
Yeah, that's so true.
Don't do that. That's what. Don't do it.
Mm-hmm. That's
so she told immediately.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But
now you're saying that me speaking up is vindictive or spiteful or no. And this is where so we said what he did right.
Right.
And what he could have done right is go in on production.
Mm-hmm.
They misled me on what would happen once I left.
Right. That's
and you expect people, you have your timelines, okay? You have your timelines. So that if she never did what I was expecting her to do, then of course it's no big deal. Oh, she never gave me that kind of an energy. We continued having a good time. First of all, let's say you're telling the truth and you're not telling the truth because she never did that, all right? Okay, so then you're saying, oh, she told me about it way after this happened, okay? And so you're expecting people to be on your timeline. You're still so much entitled. You still have the audacity to expect people react the way you'd want them to react.
And that's not how life works.
This happened. You
want to know why I believe that you want to know another component of this thing that makes it different for him?
Yeah.
He is a creative entrepreneur. He's not a corporate professional.
Right.
Say that one more time.
He's a creative entrepreneur. He is not a corporate professional. So he doesn't realize that a corporate professional is going to handle it significantly different. And he would never grab on a client. Right? So this is he's not familiar with this ball game.
No, he's not. He's the type that won't know that he's losing business till his business completely done. You know, like he's still walking around thinking because his food is so good, people are gonna continue to use him. When he doesn't know that this is making his brand go down. So now,
and that's why when he was asked by Cameisha, so what happened after you left the show? He said, "Oh, life continued."
Of course, life continued because this part didn't reveal itself. It's going to take a while. There's going to be a lag.
Exactly.
And
it's going to be a lag.
It's
coming now. It's coming now.
At 25 minutes, this man is golden.
Yeah, he shouldn't have went an hour and a half. He went an hour and a half. He's gonna have to make that up on somebody else.
Had no business being mentioned.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, he definitely didn't.
Dakia being the favorite. In this instance, Dakia is the victim. I wish I never done that to her, and I'm appalled at myself for having done it. I don't know why she didn't feel comfortable enough to have that deep discussion with me in the moment.
Right.
I wish she did. And they should even be friends now. He should have made it so that
I deeply regret it. I made sure I made it right with her. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
But the two brings you again the wrong battery.
Right.
If the wrong battery comes back to you, like let's just say someone else delivered the information to him before and said, "Hey man, that wasn't cool. I peeped it. I saw it. It made me uncomfortable. Maybe you should address that." His energy is likely different when he approaches the key.
Right. Exactly. Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But he's here. But he's here saying, you know what? I liked Dakia, but once those allegations, happened, everything was out. What makes him think that Dakia was gonna go ahead and continue like, everything is good after that incident? The entitlement.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Entitlement. Yeah. And he looks like he's just used to it. He's used to it, and he still thinks now he can come on and smile and say a few words. And like
that's what I'm saying.
He just
and
said,
he
did an hour too long. He did an hour too long.
Yeah, but had he done a few words,
he would have probably
and left.
He needs a different spin. If he's doing any more interviews, it is my hope that he watches what he did wrong. Dakia is a favorite of production. She hasn't looked like a favorite of production to me. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, I don't know that. Maybe Joy seems to have more favor.
That's what I was thinking. Yes.
Yeah, Joy definitely got a good cut. Yeah, definitely. Joy has a good cut, and Dakia has a good cut. Both of them. I mean, I'm just saying.
And Sabrina too.
Oh yeah, Sabrina. Yeah, oh God, yeah, definitely Sabrina. Yeah, definitely.
Not for nothing. They was catching Dakia. They had Dakia holding Wiley hand, walking him to the school bus.
I know the school bus.
You know, like
they
got Dakia looking a little bit thirsty.
This wasn't for him.
You know, they got Dakia looking slightly thirsty, so she's not. Her cuts ain't the best cuts. I won't want them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had. I must admit, she's been unlucky with finding love on this episode, and it's really
she doesn't like Dina said. She doesn't have her person,
right? Her person is not here.
Eric was gonna be, but then after all this happened, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, she ought to be lucky she dodged the bullet, if you ask me.
Hallelujah!
Since we're talking about Cameisha interviews and discussions, Ace. She should have left with Ace and try to find one of them other brothers from one of them other seasons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Well, that's true.
Don't leave me. I'm going to get my shoes. We out.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hey, well, look, Tina.
Friends?
We see Tina pull one of them. I'm out. I see y'all. Tina was like, I'm out.
Yeah, but when you looking around, like it really do seem like some dry ass energy up in there.
What?
It just seemed dry.
What? Yeah,
it is dry.
Have to pick of each and every one of the men,
right?
And
because now the show look like it's built more on drama than finding anything. It just seems like they're looking for drama.
It is drama. It's about money. It's about what you're selling. Okay. First of all, I didn't know that you're paid per episode. Okay, and that's why, because I don't understand why Carmen kept saying, I'm very competitive. What does that have to do with, if I'm finding love? What is competition to me?
Now we know.
Why do I have to compete for anybody? See who I am. This is who I am. I'm not competing for nobody.
Production got me, after looking at how they managed the season before. Production got me. I don't even know who I like and who I don't like anymore. Okay?
No,
yeah, they do have me kind of.
I don't even know who I like and who I don't like.
Yeah,
I like everybody now.
Who do you like? Ma?
Goody doesn't care. Goody does not give a damn.
Goody's not easy.
I honestly thought that Carmen and P.O. had good energy.
P.O. did not like her.
No, it looked like they had good energy.
At one point, something happened.
Not the first. Well, outside of the pickle, right? Like the kind of conversation they were having, and it was a little sexy. It was sexy,
right?
Yeah,
I like that. The PO date made me like Carmen a little bit more.
But seemed like something happened, right? Because they look like they're very distant now. POJ and Carmen, their energy was real off.
Because Carmen not only wants to win, she wants to be chased, and PO don't look like he finna do no chasing.
No, he not for the chase.
He ain't even mad. Like, what you call it? When Sabrina was like, "Nah, I'm not really feeling you like that." He was like, "Oh, all right." What?
Well, he said, "You don't make me feel like I feel on a date. Then it's dead. It's dead." He's like,
all right, let's
going. I was like, Paul, that's real.
All right, let's push on.
No hard feelings. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work. No hard feelings.
Laverne and his petty ass.
Oh God!
Like Sabrina should go home. Sabrina should go home. Sabrina's in the bottom. Sabrina's in the spot right below the bottom for me.
I love you.
But wait, what about how, and I know you already talked about this, and I know this is off subject, and I'm sorry, but how about how Demetrius handled Sabrina? As far as this, Demetrius wants Sabrina to keep pursuing him, and Sabrina wants to be pursued.
I know that Alicia was like, no, the the men in DC don't like to be courted, but I will be damned.
I don't know, Demetri.
Hallelujah.
I will be damned.
Hallelujah.
He was like, holla at me. You see these pecs? You see what I got going on? You see these glutes? You see what's up?
I ain't gonna lie, he just looked like it. He looked like, dude, I mean, lady, you know what I'm saying? You don't want me, because he got real bothered by her saying, do you still like me? And I was like, wait a minute, Demetri, is that a deal breaker, or you just want to have a deal breaker?
I think I believe he was saying was like, and I'm guilty of this.
Okay.
If I call you one time, to me that might as well be 10 or 20 times. To me, if I call you one time, I'm blowing up your phone. Okay.
I do feel you on that one, though. That's me too.
So I think he feels like, yo, I've been showing you the interest I'm showing you. Like, I think whatever little bit of effort he's putting in, he's like, I don't ever do this much.
Yeah, for you, I agree. Like too much. This is too much.
I agree. I completely agree.
I'm sweating you. What you mean? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect there too.
Yeah, it's a definite disconnect.
But what's interesting to me is, who is that? Is that me? Doop, 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 doop. Who is that? Hold on.
Who is that?
I don't know. Is it me? Let me see.
Who is that? I muted myself.
Okay, do you hear it?
Yeah.
Y'all hear it?
No. I can hear it.
Is it me? No, I don't hear Goody. What I done, Lord Jesus.
I can hear it. It's not Goody. It's not who is it? Because it's not Goody.
Let me do. I'm gonna turn my.
Oh my God, Sheila, it's you.
Okay, let me see. Hello, is it still me? Okay, let me see if I can do something.
Sheila, it's you.
Okay, what is it and how it sounds? Okay, I'm cutting off everything. What is that? Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Y'all talk. I'm gonna get Jordan. See if she can help. Maud.
Sheila, it's you.
What should I do, Maud? I don't. You know, I'm kind of don't know what. It's me.
Did you do anything new? Like, did you? Is there anything new that you did?
I don't think so. I even got out of my screens. Let me see if I can get Jordan to help me. I'm so sorry. This was going so good.
No, it's fine. Listen, you don't have to. It happens. We are live. We are live. We are live. You're here responding to the interview that Cameisha did. Okay, we are unfiltered. We give it as it goes. Listen, we are not here to advocate or to talk or you know what I'm saying. Like we are here to speak our truths and to support Black women. Not just Black women, but any woman who feels violated, okay? We are not shying away from anything. We are undisputed. You know what we're saying?
No, you're right. You're completely
okay, now you're
right.
very good. You are very good and very clear. Get Goody back.
Okay, so let's see.
Goody. Oh, yeah, you're very good and clear.
Okay. Something was wrong. Sorry. Okay. Goody, where are you, Goody? Please come back. I don't.
So text her in our group. Tell her to come back because now you're good.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. Okay.
But you're good. You're doing good. You're doing very good.
Thank you, Mom.
We got this. Tell everybody we are live. Let everybody come over here.
Back. After a while, I'll be a professional. Just give me some time.
Tell everybody in our group to come over here. We are live.
Okay. I'm telling her right now.
Yes. See my face. Look at how I look. I said, like, you know what? You guys are not ready to see my face. I'm just gonna, you know.
I want to see it, please. Let's see. Okay, there she is. Okay, goody.
Hey.
Yeah, that's better.
Wait, y'all talk because I'm gonna see what I'm doing wrong because I feel like
No, you're fine. You're fine. I cannot hear you. No, you're good now. You're good.
Okay, goody.
I'm here.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
You good?
Good. Okay, good. Okay, cool.
But yeah, where were we? I just
you know, as you know, I was saying, it doesn't matter. I make mistake every day, but it is, are you learning from those mistakes? Because when you're being given a platform by Cameisha, all right, she's not owned by anybody. She's her own boss. Okay, she's coming here telling, tell us your story. Oh, goody, you look good. Okay,
yeah, I like your hair. It looks cute, good.
We see you, sister. Okay,
it looks cute.
Okay.
And if you see how I had to wet and slick down this 4C here.
but you are right. I think that was one of the reasons why I felt like the interview was so good.
Yeah, because she does, one, I'm not gonna say anything, but clearly other people have been told not to interview him. So I think that's wrong.
I can hear it, you guys. I can still hear it.
Give me a minute.
Mute yourself as you try to figure it out.
Sheila ain't finna mute. We gonna have to mute. But like
she's going to look for her daughter, but she has not muted herself.
So what you call it?
But
it's interesting to me that Owen can say you're not interviewing with, or we're not giving you any interviews, and then we can see where people are not interviewed. That's all.
Oh my God! Say that one more time.
Owen has told him he cannot have any interviews, and other independent contractors have not interviewed him. This is a part of the story, right? This is a big part of the story. What happened?
And I understand that, but then Cameisha gives you a platform, and you are supposed to be as
He didn't plan for it. He thought he was just going to come tell his story, and whoever he'd been telling the story to before been telling him, "Yeah, you're right. That's right, yo. You right. You got it. You got it. You got it." And he didn't have.
He should, like you said, that interview should have ended after 30 minutes.
30 minutes, and he's good.
Max. When he started going, dividing and talking about the shit and whatever, we don't care about you. We don't care about what you're doing. We don't care about your Netflix.
The interview for him, from his perspective, he should have got his story out, and then I would have leaned in on production. I know,
right?
It's whack to always hear people talking about production, but that would have been my script. Production.
Point exactly.
Production, yes. Production, and more production. You don't take the woman that you violated and make her and victimize her again by giving her a tongue lashing on the first opportunity you get to have a platform. You don't do that. That's not cool.
It's it doesn't make sense.
So, I can't wait to see what else Cameisha has cooking. I think it's dope that she did give him an opportunity and a space and a place to have a discussion, because we did need to hear his side of the story. I don't like only having one side of the story.
Sadly, but we have not. Are you saying that we've heard Dakia's side of story?
No, well, we got we got the fourth wall. We got the production side of the story, right? Now we're getting his, and I believe that once the season's over, Dakia will have. Maybe she won't go into
Dina
platform, right? Hey, Dina, she will have a platform, and that matters,
right?
Right.
So now, do you think though Eric's gonna have to do more interviews, or do you suggest he don't do any more?
No, please don't do more interviews. Don't do that.
I think one more. I think he needs to do one more to explain himself again. Yeah, the crackling is still here.
I'm so sorry. I don't try
to all over again.
Yeah, maybe I should.
But I didn't understand you guys. Did he say that OWN does not want him to do any interviews?
They're not giving him any. They are not setting him up to go on the channels that generally do the interviews. He has no access to the. He has no access to the true fans outside of Cameisha.
I don't know.
So it's not looking good.
Is it more cracker? It's not me. Dina. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. That's not me. And we cannot hear what Sheila, what are you saying? You're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying we had a good show, and then all of a sudden, all this crackling started.
I know.
I'm not really sure what to do. So I guess maybe, ladies, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We can do it another time because it's really annoying.
We've said what we have to say.
Yes.
Right. And plus, Maud, don't you have receipts that you have to you're gonna have to go and do a show too, right? Another show, right? Dropping your receipts. So maybe we'll come on your show. And
Maud, you ain't never gonna be Cameisha.
Don't tell Maud that. Goody, don't tell her that.
Don't ever try me. Don't try me.
You're never ever, and I'm never watching you again. Bye.
No, you did so awesome. No, we didn't come on because you did so awesome. You was carrying this show by yourself.
Nobody, my holding this down.
Yeah, I was like,
I was beaten. I was like, shit.
Yeah, you was mad. You was pissed off. But I mean, you deserve to be, because like you said, all us as Black women should feel some type of way from that interview, because he did not, like you said, the way he flipped it around and kept backslide, he didn't make himself. He didn't hold himself 100% accountable.
He held himself 75% accountable.
Yeah, he did. That was it. But ladies, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to go. I don't know what.
Okay, bye, guys. Love you.
Bye. Thank you all for coming.
Bye.
If you're here, hit the like button. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you, Goody.